Hi, Sean.
I talked to you yesterday.
Good. You are fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes.
A great host. Sean is great. Listen to his show.
Absolutely, 95.5.
One mic.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter Show, live, local, topical, and relevant, and we've got a hot show for you tonight, starting off with my sister. She is the United States Administrator of the Small Business Administration. She is the one and only Kelly Loeffler. Hey, Administrator Loeffler, how are you?
Shelley, it's great to be with you. I'm doing great. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. I haven't seen you and spoken to you in so long, so it's so good to have you on. So tomorrow, I just want to say one thing. I filled out my form. Maybe you can help me for press credentials for tomorrow. I got denied. So if you can help me with that, it'll be greatly appreciated. But all joking aside, the president's coming tomorrow. He's going to be at a small business tomorrow. Tell us what we should expect to hear from the president and yourself also as one of the speakers.
Well, absolutely. It's always a great honor to be with President Trump. And look, I love it when he's coming out to a small business because I've been traveling across the country now for a year, visiting states from California to Maine. I've been in 12 states this year. What the president is going to see firsthand is that his policies are working for the American people. And look, we're digging out of 4 horrible years of Bideninflation, Bidenomics, that put families behind by thousands and thousands of dollars, by raising taxes, by raising regulations, with inflation, the cost of everything going through the roof. The president has now delivered 5-year low inflation, 5-year low interest rates. He's cutting regulations by the hundreds of billions. And now we've got the one big beautiful bill coming into effect. So we've got tax refunds coming out now this year as a result of the passage of working family tax cuts, which, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on senior, Social Security, expanded child tax credit, small business expensing that's going to create, a manufacturing boom. And that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. So there's so much to talk about. And just the bottom line is, Shelley, the mainstream media will not talk about it.
When you talk about the tax refunds coming, I'm hearing there's been reporting, we've reported here at WSB Radio that people are seeing bigger refunds. Is that a function of the tax cuts, or is that a function of just the government took more of my money than it should have and it's giving me the money back? How do I read that?
Well, Shelley, it's an important question. It is because of the Trump tax cuts. And let's be clear. Democrats voted for a $4 trillion tax hike on the American people this summer, every single one of them. So what they voted against when Americans open their tax return refunds, remember, every Democrat voted against you getting that check. They wanted to keep it in the federal government for them and their cronies, the big government spending that the Fed itself, the San Francisco Fed, said the big government spending drove about 45% of the cost of inflation during the Biden administration. So this is about right-sizing the government, shrinking it back down to the right size, putting the American people and free enterprise first.
And when you speak tomorrow, is that the message at the rally tomorrow? Is it all economics, or is he going to talk about, or any of the speakers going to speak about any of the other successes like the border, anything like that, or is this going to be solely on the economic picture that we're seeing right now?
Well, I can't speak for the president, and
Right.
He has a huge set of accomplishments to talk through. And frankly, a lot of his accomplishments are going to drive economic growth for this country. Think about closing the border and the billions and billions of dollars that hardworking Georgians were having to shoulder for illegal criminal aliens that were coming in and committing crimes. So what we're doing right now is drawing the line between the Trump agenda and the economic benefits for the American people. So you close the border, you cut the prices of housing and education and healthcare, but you also make sure that the jobs are there for hardworking Americans who want those jobs. And look what happened in January. We blew away the jobs expectations, 133,000 new jobs creating, a lot in construction. That means shovels are going in dirt. We're building Made in America. manufacturing again. And so these policies are all connected. And I'm certainly going to be talking about the economy because that's what I do every day when I talk with small businesses. Look, they care about the economy because they care about their employees. They want to be able to provide health care. They want to be able to hire more and grow. But under Bidenomics, it was pretty painful for Main Street, and the data bore that out.
When tomorrow's event is at a small business, I think it has 100 or so employees. What is their story? Are they growing? Is that because I know it's a steel manufacturing plant. Have the tariffs hurt them? Are they rebounding from that? Can you tell us a little bit about their story and why this event is at that location?
Well, this particular steel manufacturer is indeed a small business who's growing and investing thanks to the One Big Beautiful Bill. So when you make tax cuts permanent, when small businesses have certainty about their future tax rate for the first time, I mean, think about big corporations. They always know their tax rate. They had tax rate certainty. But Democrats voted to raise taxes on small businesses and remove the 20% pass-through deduction. President Trump said, no, we're going to make sure that 20% pass-through is made permanent, and we're going to supercharge the depreciation, the accelerated depreciation for investments in plant and equipment, R&D. We're going to bring research and development back here from overseas. So people are investing, and if you heard the president at our last cabinet meeting, the United States has now passed Japan in steel production for the first time in decades. And so it's already coming back. And yes, it takes time, but it's just one example of economic policies of fair trade, low taxes, low regulation. America comes first, and the American worker, American industry is strengthened.
I want to ask this question because this is my fear. This has been my fear, but it looks like the economic news that you're telling us that we've been seeing, there's some wind in our back pushing us forward as a party, right, as Republicans, as a Trump administration. If this economic news continues, do you think that we can stave off what is historically a bad midterm for the party in power in the White House? Do you think we can maybe change history if this economic news continues the way you say it's going?
Absolutely. Look, this is where the economy is heading. We've already seen a great jobs report. We've seen an inflation number that blew away expectations, and now we've got GDP coming, I believe, next week. And so when the economic indicators start to turn the corner, what does that mean? It means families have more money in their paycheck. They have more certainty about their jobs. Taxes are going down, so the private sector can choose where the dollars go, not the government. You shrink federal government, you get regulations out of the way. Biden increased regulations to the tune of over $4 trillion. That means every small business has an hour more a day on average of red tape to deal with. That's all very deflationary or counterinflationary, I should say. And then you layer on interest rates are coming down, energy prices are down thanks to drill, baby, drill. And we have that economic engine that works for everyone and creates opportunity. So I think that is what is going to be kicking in the first quarter, second quarter, and the back half of the year. We have the Trump tailwinds.
My sister Kelly Loeffler, I pray it continues because I believe if it does, I agree with you. I believe that we can beat back history and have a wonderful midterm and a surprising midterm because of this economic news that you're telling us and that we're seeing in our own pocketbooks. Thank you for joining me. I wish I could say I'll see you tomorrow, but I've been denied. So.
Well, Shelley, I hope we see you soon, if not tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And this is a historic presidency, so we're going to keep talking about it. I look forward to our next conversation.
Absolutely. God bless and keep up the good work, and tell the team I said hello.
All right. God bless you.
God bless you. Shelley Winter Show coming up at 7:30. In the studio with me will be gubernatorial candidate Rick Jackson. But when we come back, I've got to tell you, I got denied. My press credentials, my press inquiry or my application to get press credentials for tomorrow in Rome, Georgia. I was going to go, Carlin, but I got denied. I want to tell you that because there was another event today, Wednesday, the 18th, at the White House. I applied for that too. We'll be right back. It's the Shelley Winter Show.
One thing I like about him, he keeps it real, just like Grandma. I appreciate that because I can trust him because he tells exactly how he feels and what he thinks. Thank God for this president because he allowed his constituents, his people, to come to my house to interview me to talk about the murder of my grandson. Then they invited me twice before Congress to testify for the beautiful bill that's going to change crime in the district. If you kill somebody, you take a life, you do life. Just that simple. If you do a harsh crime, you do harsh time. Just that simple. And then we need National Guard, and which we did years ago. He brought it on. I love him. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say about that racist stuff. And don't be looking at me on the news hating on me because I'm standing up for somebody that deserves to be standing up for. Get off the man's back. Let him do his job. He's doing the right thing. Back up off of him. And Grandma said it.